Hey there, YouTube. How's it going? I hope you are doing well. I'm doing fairly well. My name's Mary. This channel is called Growing Gringa because I'm a Canadian that has moved to Costa Rica, and the channel is about documenting my adventures of doing so and transferring my knowledge from growing food and growing as a person in our homeland as compared to moving totally somewhere different. So here I am in tropical Costa Rica, and I have moved here with my mom and my dog. And so today I wanted to talk a little about the dog. I've talked a little bit about in other videos the process of importing an animal, and today I'm actually walking into the village here. So just as a backup information about my dog as a personality, she is or was what we would say as a reactive dog. In my old neighborhood back in Canada, whenever I would be walking with her, of course, on a leash, I was very stressed out about coming across another animal or another dog, because if the other dog had kind of like an assertive personality, my dog would react, and kind of there would be maybe growling and snarling and barking and yanking on the leash and trying to get that other dog. And so moving to Costa Rica, I knew that, well, Costa Rica has quite the reputation for dogs. They are everywhere. They are along the sides of the road. They're in the middle of the road. They're walking all over town. They could be hanging out in the grocery store. Usually they get kicked out, but I've seen them enter. And they're never on leashes, and I rarely ever see them with collars, if at all. And so I was really concerned about bringing my reactive dog here, and how can I incorporate her into this life and this community where she's gonna be reacting crazy to all these other dogs, and how am I gonna react to it, and how the other people are gonna see us like, oh my God, this is gonna be a constant headache, which it was in Canada. But a lot of people's dogs in Canada are like that. And so within the first few days of us being here, we were in the village and with the dog, and saw that miraculously those really weren't problems anymore. So yeah, I've noticed, like, I've gone into town a few times with her not on a leash, but then when I get into the village, I usually put her on a leash because I have the fear. My son took her into town with no leash at all to the soccer field. She ran around playing with other people and kind of sniffed out some other dogs, and there was never any problem, which is amazing. I am so happy. It's like a whole new world for her too. So moving to Costa Rica with an animal is about our adaptation to it, but also the adaptation for the animal. Everything is new for her too. And I think she's really happy. When I say let's go for a walk into town, she trots along down the road, which is what she's doing now. So I'd like to bring you along for a little bit for her viewpoint of what it's like going into the village. And I'll film a little bit, but I don't want to be too... I already feel out of place here, and I already feel like people are looking at me funny, so I'm not going to be too much into talking to a camera, but I'll see what I can film, and then we'll chat about it later. This is my walk to the village from my driveway or my roadway. It takes about 7 or 8 minutes. And here's Olive. Hey Olive, you want to say hello to YouTube? Hi. She's got her collar on, which is made by a local resident close to where I live. And I got her a little going away present. It's a collar with squirrels on it, because I didn't think there was a lot of squirrels in Costa Rica, so now she's got a piece of home. Because we love our animals and we can be a little bit cheesy, which is really quite different here too. Like, they don't seem to play with their animals the way we do, and they don't seem to be treated as always friendly. They don't seem to have a tendency to, like my, whoops. They don't seem to have a tendency to be petty with them. And so when my Canadian dog kind of runs up to them to get some love, they're kind of standoffish. Get over here, come on. That's not your property. All right, so here we go. Her tail is up, but the hair is not standing up. There's this guy over here up ahead who is wagging his tail, and I think there's one coming from behind. Right, this little guy here, he's not too offensive. Come on, Olive, it's okay. That's it. Thanks, guys. All right. Her hair's standing up quite a bit, but I think she's just defensive. She doesn't want to get attacked. And they don't. They just chat. I've never had anything worse than that, but still my hair stands up too, because I would feel horrible if my dog nipped at one of them, because then it would just start a big fight.
Ah, es que anda un perro molestando ahí. Vaya. Estoy viendo. Ya.
All right, guys, we're actually on our way home. Got invited in for coffee and tea, not tea, but coffee and juice and a snack, and then got invited to stay to eat. So day is long, and just gonna head on home now. But you know, you could see that on my friend's front porch that Olive was not overly concerned or with that dog that was trying to check her out. Olive was more concerned about getting left outside on the front porch. So, yep, life has changed quite a bit for her, and I think she's having a good time. And yep, lots of challenges for her as well, learning how to walk down the side of the road instead of in the middle of the road. And she actually ended up stepping on a scorpion the other day, which contrary to popular belief, really only seemed to hurt her for about 5 or 10 minutes. It wasn't this extraordinary, super poisonous thing. At least not the ones they have here in Costa Rica. All right, guys, thanks for being here. Have a great afternoon, evening, and a great morning. And I will see you next time.